Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So we had a little bit of an up and down day yesterday. This level is pretty important that we're hovering on at the moment, and that's 14,318. Next logical level is a little bit down at 14,100. So we have broken through these levels. Oscillators are sort of indicating that this could be a flag of sort, and ultimately the trend is still down. We are below the 155 EMA right now. So it depends what happens at one of these two levels, whether we hold them and make another attempt up. Bear in mind that we do have a gap right over here which hasn't closed, so that is going to act as a magnet, and we also have gaps to the downside which could also act as magnets. So a lot going on at the moment. So if we look at the 3 hour, we've had a breakthrough of the moving averages. We are looking for support on the 155. So the 155 EMA and this 14,320 area, fairly critical. Currently in a little bit of an uptrend, which does look like a flag. But look at my oscillators. My oscillators are crossing over far apart, and when that happens, normally what you get, that was another example here, you get pretty much a fairly decent move to the upside. So yeah, I would expect this gap is going to get taken out, 14,653 at least today, and then if we get through that, then you'll probably be held up by 14,826. Bear in mind that this is now the second weekly green bar that is brewing at the moment. So there was the first one, there's the second one, and I still believe that we're ultimately going to be aiming for that 14,826, and then it's decision time. But look at my oscillators. That is a very bullish setup at the moment, especially with a follow through. This could turn out to be a V reversal, and it is a fairly, how do we put it, it's fairly strong. It's a fairly strong move at the moment. Okay, so let's get to the hour. So we've had sort of two days of up, and then yesterday was pretty much a nothing day, typical of the DAX. You get days that rallies, and then all of a sudden it goes into these ranges or channels. So at the moment I would classify that as a range, and what you're looking for is to see what happens in this zone. And the easiest way to do this is pay attention to your 15 minutes during the open, not the pre-market open, the actual open of the DAX. Pay attention to what's going on there. You get above the 155 again, find support on a break of, you want a moving average crossover, you want to be above 155, and then you're looking for a continuation to the upside. Converse is true to the downside. Start dropping below the low of yesterday, then I suspect you're heading for 1400, 14,100, then possibly 1400. So you can see this looks like a pretty big head and shoulders, but this is the neckline, 14,248. So if we break below that, then you're looking for a move to the upside. So at the moment, we're above and below the moving averages on the 15. Not something that you really want to be trading. If you look at the hour, oscillators grouping to the downside again, and we are in an upward trend. So this looks more likely of a range rather than a head and shoulders. But either way, 14,248 needs to hold. If that fails, then you're looking at the next swing low, which is down here, or this next sort of breakout test, and these were the breakout tests here, and we didn't do it again. So that was resistance, and we haven't flipped it into support yet, so that's still open. So that's still very much a target. 14,100 and 1400 are still two targets to the downside if we break through the lows of yesterday. So pay attention. You've got moves to either side. You just want to wait for the retest. So you break, retest, then you're in for the shorts. Otherwise, you're waiting at the downside for an opportunity to buy back into it, as the hour is in an uptrend. So probability of it moving further up this today to close on as high for the week is fairly good. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Be patient with this one. I think S&P offers a little bit of a better setup, a bit more clear, well-defined structure to trade off, whereas the DAX has got it's a bit shaky. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Cheers for now.